I won Indiana all 3 times by a landslide, and I wasn't working on it very hard. Would have been nice. I think we would have picked up 2 seats if we did that.
That's President Trump tonight responding to that failed attempt to redraw our state's congressional map. This redistricting bill is officially dead tonight. There wasn't enough support among Republicans in the state Senate. Tonight, our Emily Longnecker breaks down how we reached this conclusion after months of tense debate.
Yeah, over 4 months of debate over the question about whether Indiana should redraw its congressional districts. Tonight, that question answered in the Senate when the redistricting bill was defeated by a vote of 31 to 19. It all came down to this.
19 ayes, 31 noes. This bill has been defeated.
The moment when Hoosiers have finally learned where every Indiana senator stood on redistricting. With a red for no, a green for yes next to their names. The vote total came late Thursday afternoon, after more than 3 hours of impassioned speeches on either side of the issue, much of it between Republicans on opposite sides of the debate.
I believe the bill on its face is unconstitutional.
The only way we can bolster Republican voices in Congress is to do this.
In the end, 21 Republicans sided with Democrats to end the talk of mid-decade redistricting, at least for this session. Since last month, Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray had warned the votes in favor of redistricting weren't there among Republicans in the Senate. After Thursday's vote, Bray said it came down to different ideas among Republicans on the best way to keep control of the U.S. House in the 2026 midterm election. Bray has said before that should come through campaigning and trying to flip Indiana's first district.
It really comes down to an issue of having the same goal, but a different way to process that.
In recent weeks, Bray has faced online criticism from President Trump with threats to primary any Republicans who didn't support redistricting. He was also asked Thursday if he's concerned Indiana could lose federal funding.
We've had lots of conversations with folks in Washington, D.C. Indiana will continue to function and do well.
When asked how the redistricting vote would impact the Senate's working relationship moving forward with Governor Braun and the Indiana House who passed redistricting,
we're going to find a way to work together. This is what we do for Hoosiers.
Democrats pleased with the results.
Hoosiers repeatedly said, we do not want. And it's exciting to know that we listened to them.
But Senate Minority Leader Shelley Yoder said until the votes came down, she wasn't sure of the outcome.
There's a red button, there's a green button, and you're picking one or the other.
And on this issue, it was more Republicans picking the red button than the green one that brought an end to a long-fought debate. So where does the General Assembly head from here? Well, they are set to come back into this building on January 5th, and it looks like there could be some bipartisan agreement. Both sides say they want to tackle affordability issues for Hoosiers. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
And tonight, Governor Mike Braun is condemning the failed attempt, saying in part, ultimately decisions like this carry political consequences. I will be working with the president to challenge these people who do not represent the best interests of Hoosiers. Tonight at 11, we're also getting reaction from Indiana Congressman Andre Carson, who's one of 2 Democratic lawmakers representing our state in Washington, D.C. He said tonight the decision at the State House reflects the views and priorities of Hoosiers here in the state.
And the majority of Hoosiers don't agree with this very unfair proposal. Hoosiers made sure that folks at the State House knew it and they listened. And, I've been saying all along, Hoosiers are different. We're different. We have a very independent streak that we're very proud of. Donald Trump thought he could bully his way into getting what he wants in Indiana, and it was a grave miscalculation.
Andre Carson represents District 7, which covers a majority of Marion County. Under this failed redistricting proposal, the county would have been broken up into 4 different districts.